Hey, you guys, welcome back to another review of Married to Medicine, the reunion part 2. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Keeps it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's up, KOED fan? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and I'm Eddie, aka Doug. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships, it's all about reviews, it's all about entertainment. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine, the reunion, part 2. Yes, I have some bad allergy action going on tonight. I've been around some dogs. I just feel like blah. I feel like blah. I can be like a walking zombie on Halloween right now. That's how bad I feel. I feel like blah.
This is Halloween.
I know, that's why I said that.
So if you're brand new to this channel, he doesn't always feel like blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, let's just go and get into it, honey. Let's just go and rip the band-aid off and go straight into it. We ain't got time for the other introductions and all that stuff. All right, so it is
Blah, blah, blah.
It starts out with they kind of like a part 2 Nilla trying to say if she believed that Toya had something to do with the robbery or not. And she,
after a long pause,
okay,
she said, no, that's my final answer. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
What you thought about this reunion? Let's talk about that. Part 2.
It was all right.
It should just be 2 parts, not a part 3. I understand y'all want to put the men in there, but it was
And they should put the men in there.
Yeah, but
should.
it was a whole bunch of extra stuff that they could have took out. You know,
take that out with Andy Cone.
Ice Cohen.
Oh, I thought it was Andy Ice Cream Cone.
Oh, okay. So Dr. Simone talked about how having black doctors, especially in what took place in the pandemic and all that stuff, of just having
all the social justice that went on, and what she was trying to get at is that sometimes when you go to other doctors, if a black person go to a non-black doctor, they're not going to get that same care as they should if they went to a black doctor. Which I've been heard of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that the other doctors are racist, not all of them. Some of them just probably can't relate to our way of life, and they may overlook some things, So sometimes it's good to go to your own people because they know. Oh yeah, man, I know you had them chitlins last week, right? Because it was with your big mom's birthday. So they know that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Another doctor probably don't know anything about no chitlins.
All black people don't eat chitlins. Okay, so
I didn't say all black people,
but then
I said 98% of black people do eat chitlins. I don't.
Well, then you can't say 98% because 98 don't eat chitlins. So
you never had chitlins before?
I tried. I didn't like it.
Okay, you had it though, right? Me and my mom said the same. She said, I never had a chicken. I tasted it, but I never ate it. I said, did you swallow it? She said, yeah. So you had chitlins.
You never had it?
No, I never had chitlins.
You never tasted it. So anyway, but Dr. Simone was also saying too, I think she used Venus or Serena as a example.
I think it was Serena. She went to her doctor. I forgot what she told her doctor. But she was like adamant about, hey, this is what I have. You need to check this out. He overlooked it, disregard what she was saying. And so I don't know if she went to another doctor or whatever, but come to find out, she was right. That's what she had, and he didn't listen to her. Mm-hmm. And my thing, sometimes doctors should listen to their patient. Okay, doctors don't know everything. Yeah. We know our body better than the doctors do. I know when my big toe starting to hurt is about to rain. I know that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's move on. So Audra will she will not be there because it seems like that she is close to being in delivery. So yeah,
I really don't like her too.
Yeah, she came in, and to us, she didn't like. She left a bad taste in our mouth.
She didn't. She really didn't add nothing to the show.
Some little extra stuff.
Yeah, and especially when she got up. Let me calculate. I was like, oh, let me calculate. I was like, why are you going? Go behind somebody's back and calculate their finances and tell the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
SN Quad says she didn't have Botox next. What you finna say something?
You don't think she had Botox?
I don't know, man. I ain't looking at her like that. So, she said she ain't had her butt done, but Heavenly said that she did. So
how can you tell somebody have Botox?
Well, you could just tell because, when you get a certain age, then,
These things supposed to be wrinkled up.
I ain't gonna say wrinkled up as you said.
Wrinkled up.
But, sometimes you could just have like fillers. Anila, she probably really wanted to say that she think that Quad they have fillers.
It's like she's scared of Quad. Don't be scared of Quad. What's she gonna do?
She's scared of Toya.
And what she gonna do? Get the carpenter to come beat you up and rip your house apart?
The who?
The carpenter. The handyman. Handyman.
Okay, so
you want me? It's a little funky hairstyle. You want somebody. Y'all like a new hair? It's all bouncy and straight. All right, Becky with the good hair.
So what did the question was? What do the doctors feel about Roe versus Wade? Heavenly said that as far as her belief, she would never do that, but she said that it's really up to the discretion of the person. She said nobody should be able to decide what a woman do with their body, and Simone said the same thing. Anything you want to say?
Hey, I'm a man. I ain't got nothing to say about it. That's y'all body. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do with your body. I can't tell y'all what to do with y'all body.
So the guys are coming in. They getting ready to come in. Coming in off the street and stuff like that. So they show them getting ready, going all into their rooms and stuff. But they segue to Toya and her home sold.
Hello, Eugene. Man, what kind of shoes were they? What kind of shoes did you have? With them spikes on the side?
Yeah.
You ain't
Red bottom look.
Man, you ain't no cowboy like you know.
That's how they go.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, like you in some kind of kung fu movie.
They probably cost about $2,000.
Man, kick somebody and impale them with your shoe, man. Who wears stuff like that? Who? Who? Tell me who?
Not you, baby. You can't afford it.
Really?
People like that. Mm-hmm.
Doctors. Got hair all straight. Come put me down.
So Toya, they talk about her house selling and they show clips of it and everything and how they moved and they moved and they moved and they moved. And they were showing clips of this and they also were showing about the cheating allegations and all that stuff. So it was said that people were excited about you and Eugene. I think Andy was saying that about you and Eugene moving into your dream house. Like, Toya, what happened? And she said, well, it's the neighborhood. The neighborhood was prosperous. So we decided to sell the home and make $1 million off of it. Heavenly said, he asked Heavenly, what you think about it? Well, folks say they stuff if they got bills. Who said we got bills? Well, what's her name? Audra had broke it down and told us and everything. And you believe her?
Yeah, you can't go by hearsay, Heavenly. You on YouTube talking about all these people mess and you go by hearsay. Come on, man. Come on, man.
What you do?
Yeah.
Andy said, well, he read from what somebody said that it seems like Toya and them move a lot and it's like they chasing money. And so she was like, who's chasing money? Then she said, well, wouldn't you chase money too? I think everybody chasing money.
Yeah, if you can make a profit, do it. You know what I'm saying? If it's not gonna put you in the bind.
And I think the thing is that Toya and them said this they dream house. They wrote scriptures all in the the foundation and all that stuff.
Well,
if you got such a big deal
I get that, but if you got opportunity to make $1 million, man, forget that. Scriptures or no scriptures, I'm gonna get that money. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no disrespect, man, but you know, people change their mind when you see all that money in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And why write scriptures in something materialistic anyway? You know what I'm saying? That can be built and destroyed.
Well, I'm for writing scriptures and just
on something materialistic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like
you didn't turn around and sell it.
Well, I don't think she planned this. She didn't plan to sell it.
So question: would you have done that then? But they did. You write scriptures and you're like, "Oh God, this is my house and this is
probably so."
And $1 million come up. So
I don't know if I would have sold it, but you know what I'm saying. Especially if that was a dream house. She said, but anyway. Yeah, they showed all them moving and switching, and they had a reason for moving and moving. But
well, I look at it, if God give me something and it's meant for me to keep, I don't care how much money you put from me, I'm gonna keep it.
Right.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
So maybe that's when they dream house. They may thought it was a dream house, and sometimes what you think is not what God wanted to give you.
Right.
And because there's a lot of things I think I want, and I think I know right for me. But God said, no, homie. You think you know what's right for you, but I know what's right for you. Right. And I'm going to send you this. I'm going to give you that in my time. So, I don't care what kind of plans you got. God's plans always supersedes your plan.
Right. That's true.
I'm off my soapbox. Now, you can put some money in the tide plate.
Toya said that it was rough to be in a marriage that she felt alone. And as we got his head down.
What?
When you keep happy, like a little boy, when you do that, then you said your piece, now put your head down, take your nap.
That takes a lot of energy, man. Shoot.
So Toya said that it was rough, being in a marriage, that she felt alone and her friends were not there for her.
That right there, the latter part of that statement is probably what really got Toya. Because she thought she had a friend. She thought she had a village. But apparently she don't. Because everybody cutting her down. Everybody spreading these rumors about her and Eugene, and I feel bad for Eugene, man. I know you don't want to try to get into women's stuff, man, but to see your wife getting tore down like that by her friends and you getting dragged in it because they saying she's cheating on you.
Right.
So, yeah.
She also said that, I think Ann had said something about Dr. Jackie, and she was like, no, Jackie was not there for her, even though she was there for Jackie when Curtis was cheating, and you thought it was an allegation, but no, Curtis was cheating, honey. They had caught him with the woman holding hands.
So it was like proof he was cheating.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah, caught with the woman, honey, holding hands in the airport or somewhere.
What happened with the woman?
Well, he let it go because he wanted his marriage back,
So why did he cheat? Because
he felt like he wasn't getting the attention because Jackie was so busy. That's his excuse, honey. Because Jackie was so busy that he felt like he wasn't getting. And so that's when Jackie was saying, well, Toya was saying, I was there for you, Jackie, when it happened. But yeah, Jackie was like, and yeah, you told me it was my fault because I was not being attentive to my husband. And stuff like that.
No, women like Jackie got to understand. You got to find a way to balance your professional career and your personal life. And maybe she didn't know that balance, and that's why I cursed on. I'm not making an excuse for the man, but I understand why he did it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand why he did it.
Well,
talk to your spouse.
Maybe he did.
But it looks like he was trying to tell her, but that's still no excuse.
I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I understand why. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's right. Like,
I still don't understand why.
I
mean, man, woman, it can happen to Toya. Say she lonely, so I don't. When you say I understand why, to me there's a little justification.
No, I'm not saying a little justification. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying, I understand. I'm not saying it's right, but when you get neglected at home, you telling your spouse, "Hey, I need you, and she keep pushing you away. What more can you do?
Well, then say, hey,
get divorced,
right?
Yeah, I get that. And what they say, I don't want to get divorced.
Well, then you just keep going. What you do, uncontested, whatever you got to do, but do not cheat. So
I'm not saying cheat. I'm not saying it's right. I said I understand why he did it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. I know you don't believe me. But I'm not saying what he did was right.
Right. So Jackie did say that Toya did say, well, at least I called to check on you. And Jackie was like, Toya, I didn't even know you was going through nothing. Like, I didn't know, I didn't hear from no grapevine. I didn't know you was going through nothing and stuff like that. And Andy was like, but you still could have, once you found out, you could have said, hey, how you doing? Just checking on you. But Jackie said, I don't like to interfere in nobody's marriage.
That tells me they're not close friends. You don't call your friend, hey, what you doing, man?
No.
You all right? You know what I'm saying?
To me, Jackie just close to Heavenly and Simone. And I don't even know how Heavenly got in the mix. And I think the Heavenly got in the mix when her and Simone was on the outs. But it's really Jackie and Simone, period. Everybody else, they just afterthoughts. So anyway, let's move on. Quad said it's been stated 1,000,001 times that Toya cheated. And they want to get down to what Quad, how did you know? Well, Quad said where Heavenly had said that Simone had said that Toya was cheating, but it wasn't the person that we was accusing and saying it was. It was another person. Simone said, I did not say that.
No, this is hearsay. Hearsay, she say. Oh man, that's how people get their lives destroyed.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I was reading Twitter today, this evening, afternoon or whatever, and Twitter was tearing up Anila and tearing up Quad. They is tired of them both. They do not want Quad, from what I read. They don't want Quad back on there because they say she ain't doing them starting up mess and she holds no weight. Like Mariah said, you're not married to medicine, my love. So so they tied her. But Simone said that she never said that. Quad said that she got it from Anila. Anila called her and told her that the girl Zora said it. And Quad said, yep, she felt hurt by what Toya said about her and that she wanted to get her back. So yeah, she ran with the rumor, honey. Ran.
Yeah, man, it sounds like some childish
high
school stuff going on there.
Anila said she apologized if she thinks that she said she apologized to Toya if she think that she started it. But anyway, Quad and Anila are in the dressing room, and Anila coming and trying to reason with Quad. Quad finna read her rights, baby, and she just pretty much just words, just both words. Everybody just, that's why I say a lot of this could have been cut out. If nobody want to say, hey, I did this, I own up to it, let's move on. It was a bunch of, then we're going to get into the clips of Contessa and Heavenly, and this was more, I wrote down more than I should have. But Andy said, by a show of hands, who has Heavenly made fun of their looks, like by a show of hands? She made fun of you.
Mm-hmm. She don't even know me.
So a lot of them raised their hand, and he started asking them other questions, stuff like that. So it's basically to see that Heavenly picks on not just Toya and not just Contessa, but Heavenly picks on everybody.
Heaven is a bully. He's a big bully.
And I'm trying to think, was she bullied in school?
I think she was. I think she was because she said she was like a little overweight and people used to pick at her.
Mm-hmm.
And now she lost this weight and she looking fine and everything. Now she feel like she can pick on people and got the nerve to crack on people by the way they dress.
I know that's right, child.
Calm down.
Honey, when she be looking like she came straight out the beauty shop off of her second shift, and she just had on her smocks and coming in there. Like, she be dressing a hot mess. But anyway, she dressed like she can't dress. So she also said, let's see, Heavenly said that Contessa called her and basically dogged Scott out. Like, that was the whole thing, I think, last season. And we saw it. I mean, Contessa did dog her husband out. Didn't you see it?
Yeah.
She dogged him out.
Yeah, because they was having issues. I do recall that her and Scott got into it. Scott walked away, went in the bedroom, slammed the door, and told production not to come inside. I do recall that. So yeah, they were having some kind of issues, man. So I don't understand what Contessa's trying to get at. Now, is Contessa trying to save face because she told the wrong person heavily and Helena just put her on blast.
Right.
Maybe that's the reason why she said she didn't say anything about Scott. But yeah, I do recall Contessa, her husband having major issues last year.
Yeah, and everybody saw it. And Heavenly said, you dogged your husband out for 2 years. And I told you asked for some advice, and I told you, listen, if you're going to dog him out, what?
Leave.
Just pretty much leave him.
Yeah, you were looking stupid by staying with him.
Yeah.
Because she, Contessa Callan, she really didn't come out and say he was cheating, but in a roundabout way, she was saying he was cheating.
Not only that, and I was reading on Twitter, and they reminded me, Contessa even alluded to that Scott was abusive in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that she was saying, it was almost like her fear. Okay. It was just, and it was like, is this man abusing her? It was just odd.
I think Contessa got caught with her pants down, and all her news is out there, all her business is out there. And she hate that Heavenly is kind of like reminding people what she said, Now, Heavenly, she don't need to be putting people's business out there on the front street and making fun of people's issues on her YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I think Heavenly needs to leave YouTube and we're concerned about a hair salon and her dentistry.
Well, the way this reunion went, she may leave YouTube. Well, we down.
Nah, because they be trying to reel her in for like 8, 9 seasons now, and she still okay, Big Daddy, I'll stop. Come on, that's what she's like. She Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. It's like she got 2 sides.
Mm-hmm. And to ask Simone about the issues, what was going on, because basically he said, listen, Simone, y'all was having issues and people was able to chime in on y'all marriage, right? And she said, yeah, they was, but the difference is that Simone said the issues that they were having the contestants and Scott were having, she was confiding in a real friendship. She thought they had a real friendship, and some of that stuff would be secret and not spread on social media. So that was the difference between that.
Yeah, that.
Andy said, just I think Dr. Damon had said backstage. He said that you want to say that part, or he was saying to Scott.
Oh yeah, like he was saying, man. The Scott, man. We cool and everything, and we think everything's smooth and cool. We can hang out. Then we find out our wives, they into it now. It make things awkward for us now.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's the problem when you try to have a couple's friends.
Right.
Excuse me. All it takes is one person, one spouse, to mess up the whole thing. Now the other spouse, regardless if it's the man or the woman, if they have friends with that other spouse, it's awkward for them. You know what I'm saying? And like me and somebody, we friends with a couple, and me and the guy, we get into it. Now it's gonna make you and his wife feel kind of awkward. Yeah, so I can see what Dr. D was saying.
Yeah, Dr. D, all right then. So because Andy just said Heavenly just stop it, because it was like they was trying to do another intervention. Quad was talking to her, and Contessa was saying, don't talk to me. And Quad, what she was saying, Heavenly, and what Heavenly was doing.
That voice irritates me, man. You want to be big and bad, then when you want people to listen to you, you try to be like you're a quiet mouse, man.
Yeah, that's what she do. It's so fake and phony. And because when she's talking to Quad like, listen to me. I am listening. I'm listening. Okay. But B ain't gonna be doing that. Shut up over there. I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, it's irritating.
So, let's see. Heavenly said Contessa came for her husband, and they showed the clips where she was saying, Dr. Damon, and then the part where she said, I probably make more than him. So, Contessa, that's a bit much.
Yeah, that's not a good look on you, Contessa. You better than that now.
Yeah, Quad telling Heavenly, I need for you to be mindful of what you say. And stop putting all this stuff on social media. So Andy said that we are we've been doing this thing for what?
9 years.
8 years.
8 years.
And you've been joking back and forth, and you're always saying you're gonna stop. But what? You don't stop.
Ain't gonna stop, won't stop, can't stop.
And they showed the clips of her. I ain't gonna do it, but yeah, I do it. I apologize. I'm sorry. And me personally, I used to like Heavenly because I do think that Heavenly is funny. I really do. But then I think that sometimes she's very mean-spirited with her funny. It's not light. It can be very mean, and she can go there real fast and call somebody a B and a whatever. So yeah, that's the part I don't like.
Yeah, Heavenly need to stop that. You know how you can stop that, Heavenly? Get off YouTube.
Off your social media period. So the friendship just came to the conclusion that the friendship over. So anyway, so Andy's talking with the guys, trying to catch up and see what they got going on. And he asked each one of them a question and they answer. So they showed the clips of let's see. I think they were talking about getting in the women's business. And then Andy asked, I think, what is it, Karen, who idea was it to do the moving joke with Toya and Eugene? He said his wife. So basically, Eugene still don't find it funny. He don't find no humors in it. It ain't funny. It wasn't funny about them moving and nothing like that.
Yeah, but I think it was Karen's idea to bring the movies and then he took it to another level. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is like this. I'm like, Eugene, if you feel like I'm your friend and I feel like that joke wasn't funny and hurt my feelings, take ownership and apologize.
Oh, yeah.
Say, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm sorry. I went a little too far. I didn't know it was going to hurt you like that, man.
He still said
yeah,
it was
Karen,
funny.
yeah, he doubling down, tripling down on that. So.
He's like, it was funny. I'm not going to apologize. It was funny. You don't think it's funny? I think it's funny. I think it was funny. So, yeah. I don't know if he's just taking up for his wife because he's seeing his wife just looking like she was in shambles. You know, and I'm glad I'm going to say this because it was on Twitter. What happened to the part that they did not share when Anila was talking to the girl Zaina and said, you tell about the rumors. Remember when she thought her mic was off or whatever?
I guess she was talking about Toya sleeping on the...
I know, but why she said she ain't had nothing to do with the rumors when she told the girl to say something about it?
I don't know, man.
You know, and why they ain't talk about it on the reunion? We wanted to see that.
Well, send a tweet. Maybe Andy Cole will read it.
Too late. Anyway, this has already been filmed. All right, you guys, that's all we got. We'll see part 3
in the time machine and put a tweet in the time machine. Why y'all ain't talking about that, Andy Cole?
Andy Cole country. All right, you guys, y'all know he's not feeling good, so we had to press through anyway. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I always put God first.
Deuces.
Hey! I always put God first.